Hi guys, it's Chantale from Lepage Café. I am here to show you guys how to make this. What we are doing with Suzanne Taylor Brown's Poppiness Design team crew once again, we've decided to do another hop because it was so much fun last time. So we decided to show you a new hop with the kit that is called Dragonfly Days. This is what it's called, the digital kit. Okay, and we were all asked to make some kind of ephemera so that you could put it in your journal. So these are this little skinny tag with a little envelope that we will create in my part of the hop, and then all the instructions will be in the comments below as to who to go next on the hop. So I hope that you go and check out everybody's beautiful creations. I definitely will. And there's the other one. And let's just get started. So these are skinny tags. Now, this is not my idea. I'll just put it right here. I'm just making sure that I am in frame. Sorry about my desk. It's a little messy, but this idea came from Wendy and Leo. And I thought they were so cute with the little envelope, and they're made with just a regular envelope like this. So what you do is you glue down. So let's just get started. I hope you guys are all well as well. Sorry, I'm a little bit all over the place if I haven't done a video in forever. So what you do first is you glue your flap down. Okay, that's number one. Okay, and then just so that I don't have to take my big cutter out, I have prepared some already to do. So it's just your regular envelope, and you fold it in half like this, okay, right? And then you can use scissors, you just cut it in half. So what I did was I went ahead and cut it ahead of time, so just in half like this. Yes, you will have an open area like this, but that's okay. Don't worry about that, okay? So this is what you start. And then the top I take for the envelopes. There's that little envelope that we're doing on top. See, it's a little bit shorter because I didn't want it too long. So the length of this is, let's see, of this little part is about 20.5 centimeters, or in inches, 8 inches. So then they fit well in any journal, really, because most of my journals are about 8.5 to 8.25 tall. So it's perfect size for that. And then they're just little ones. And I did not decorate the back. You definitely could. I just want to stick these down at the ends of my envelopes or wherever in my journal. So that was the length. So what I did was I didn't really measure. I just went like this, took one that I already had, and then cut it down. But it's about 8 inches. Okay. So you cut the top part. So this part of the envelope, just take it off. And then, so now each envelope will give you each letter or whatever will give you two little pockets. Okay. So next thing I do is, and for these tags, they're skinny tags. I happen to have cardboard that was like the perfect size for this. So they are just over 21, just about 21.5 centimeters, or in inches long is what I did. But it's completely up to you. You can make them a little shorter, about 8.5, because I wanted them to kind of stick out from the top. Okay, so they fit just like that. But you could definitely make them a little shorter. Like they stick out quite a bit over here, right? Okay, so let's get started. For that, for the skinny tag, I happen to have these, and I'm just recycling them. So they're literally just the perfect size as well. Oh, the width. So I'm just going to take 2 of those. They're just and I just am going to recover them. So I'm going to try to keep it simple so they both have one. Okay. Oh, the width, sorry. The width is just under 2 inches. So 1 3/4, just a little over 5/8, in between 3/4 and 5/8 wide. So give or take, but just make sure it just fits in your little envelope. That's how I kind of, and I happen to have these, so I'm not using them right now, so I might as well recycle them, right, and reuse. So they're like the perfect size for these. Okay, so what I've done is I wanted them to, I just took one of her beautiful pages. This is one of her lovely pages, and you can use, she's got a lot of different variety. You could use just a simple one, which we will use as well, like this. Another one that I cut up already that I used for this one, I believe. No. Yeah, this was the one I think I used. Don't even remember. Oh, this is the one inside. So they're like the perfect height. So you'll trim them down a bit. Yeah, there you go. See? I used this one. It's a beautiful long piece. So this guy goes like that. And then the other side is that part. So we're just going to use this one and this one because I really like this one for because because this image is so pretty, it's super simple, and it's really like, it's not hard to make your envelope and keep them simple. I'm sorry if I'm like super repetitive. So now you just take the side, whichever side you want, it really doesn't matter. And what you want to do is put enough glue on it, just like that, and then decide where you want it. Now I think I might take, sorry, I got glue all over my hands. I might take this end. I guess I should have measured. Like maybe like that. I don't know. Maybe I'll take this end again because I just used it. I think I might use this part for the tag, and then maybe for the front, oopsies, for the envelope or the little pocket. Jeez, I'm going to put it like here, I think. Okay, so turn it around, and then I can kind of see through approximately where it is. So, and then I just use my bone folder or whatever to flatten it out. Now, if you're not going to sew, which I'm not, I would just put enough. I just use glue stick because it's paper on paper, right? So, and then I just go on top, and then you can use a cutter for this. I just use my ruler. You want a little bit, I don't know if you can see that, just a little bit. So I'll show you so I just kind of line it up with the envelope, with a little pocket, and then same thing on this side. Check this side. So about that much, just enough to kind of wrap it around it. Because this one I'm not going to glue. I'm not going to add anything on the back. Sorry, my fingers are super dirty. It's going to be like that. Okay, so now we use your scissors, trim the edges because the bottom you really don't need. And then miter. Oh, you don't really have to do this. I just thought it'd look neater. And then I just trim the top like that. And then I go on the edge of these little flaps, and I will just wrap up, like put it around this way. Now see how you've got your opening from the envelope when we cut it? It's gonna close that opening as well. So that way you've got a nice little pocket. And you don't have to do anything really. And it gives you the full size as well, which is cool, which is great for like, your tag, right? If you had to glue, you could, but if you had to glue, when you wrap it around like this, you don't have to glue inside at all. It makes your, see, a little pocket, just like that. Okay, so now we're gonna do the other side over here. So I will also link Suzanne Taylor Brown's shop as well in the comments below. So if you are interested, if you want to like use this kit specifically, you can go and purchase it, but you really don't have to use this kit. It's just some fun ideas of how to use the kit different ways to do ephemera. Okay, so now this is your pocket. Now you don't have to do this part, but I like to do the little part here. So you just line it up. Now I don't do it before this because I don't have enough thickness. So I usually do it right about now. Sorry if there's like shadows. This is like the only time I can do videos, really. Okay, so then you've got your little groove, and then I just I ink the sides up just like that. And I love the simplicity. It's just so pretty, the paper itself, so you don't really need much of anything. Now I know that this is going to be with dragonflies, right? So at this point you could just leave it like that if you wanted to, or I'm going to add a little Tim Holtz kind of, oh no, this is the pocket. The pocket, I won't do much of it because I like it simple like this, and it's just going to go in my journal. What I might do is a little bit of stamping because I kind of like that. It just gives it a little something. The tag inside I'll decorate a little bit more. And then I just do a little bit of stamping, nothing too crazy. Just give it a little something. A little something. I'll put a little bit of I'm obsessed with these stenciling. It just gives it like depth. So I put a little bit here and there. Okay, so there's one of your pockets. So simple, right? Okay, so let's do the other pocket, or should we do the tag first? Maybe we'll do the tag. Okay, so I wanted to kind of match this. Here's my tag. I'm wondering if these are perfect. Okay, so I'm going to use this for my tag. Okay, so I'm going to kind of measure. Okay, so see how I'll just start from one end. So this is the size. It's the same size as my paper, which is perfect, right? You could cut it down if you wanted to. If you want it a little bit shorter, it's up to you. And then I just put some glue. Now, if you're going to sew, you don't have to put this much glue all the way around, but I want to keep it simple for you guys. So you don't have to necessarily sew, but you definitely could. Okay, so we're just gonna make sure it's right to the edge. Okay, and then put some glue on the other side. Okay, and these are just printed on regular copy paper, so it's nothing like, you could definitely print it on more like better quality paper if you wanted to, but it's fine like this because I'm covering, like, I'm using cardstock, so it's quite thick. So line it up, and then now this edge, I'm just gonna trim it down. There we go. And I just use a ruler to do this, but I mean, you can definitely use a pair of scissors or like a cutter. It's completely up to you. Sorry, I'm just focusing on the, I hope you guys are well, staying healthy. I've been so crazy busy with just life in general, And now what I do is I just ink all the way around. I'll just show you how it's kind of the same paper, but different looks just by cutting different pieces, right? So for this tag, we'll add a little bit more texture, and I'll show you a wonderful trick that Kathleen Sudby, sorry if I mangled your name, Kathleen, uses in her journals, which I love. She does them differently than I do, which is fine, but I just love that she uses this super cool, it's drywall tape, and it's just like a grid. I picked it up at Canadian Tire, any place that does drywall, and then it's got this super cool grid. I just love it. So thank you, Kathleen, for that awesome idea. I believe hers is more vintage than mine. Okay, so see, this is what I did differently. I used a different piece of paper. See, this is kind of the same as this, but I used it as a tag, right? And then this is the other side as you could easily put these together too if you wanted to. And I just use a little Tim Holtz little quote at the bottom here. And then I fussy cutted a dragonfly. So just to show you guys. And then the back, I didn't do anything. I just did stamping. So it's super simple. I wanted to keep it simple so you didn't have to feel like you needed to use a sewing machine, but sewing machines definitely adds texture as well. And I wasn't sure how fast, like how quickly it would go with the hop. I tend to babble and lose track of time, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, because we try, oops, sorry if I hit the phone. We try to keep it under 30 minutes, so it's not too crazy long. So here's a little bit of stamping, and a little bit on this side. And then I used some sari silk too, and I just stapled it at the top. So we will do something a little bit like that. Okay, I'm gonna grab a little piece of yellow just because there's yellow. I think I've got yellow over here. Sorry, I wasn't very prepared with that. A little bit of yellow sari silk over here. Sorry. Okay, just grabbing a little piece because there's a little bit of yellow in the dragonfly. I figured, why not, right? Little pop of color. So I'm just going to, now you could staple it in the back if you wanted to, or you could staple it in the front, which this time I think I'm going to staple it. And I'm just using the tiny attacher from Tim Holtz, which I love. Now that I've got one, I never thought I would. I didn't think it would be that big of a deal, but so anyways, there you go. And now I'm going to maybe add a little phrase. Also, Susan has quotes and stuff like that as well in her shop, so you could definitely cut out a whatever you want to write. Keep moving forward. Oh, there's also, you could also use like the dragonfly in the kit. Okay, I think, sorry, I should have done this. Yeah, we'll just use this one. Keep moving forward. And if they're too long, you can definitely trim the edges or cut them in like 2 parts. And what I do is I usually ink up the edges because it kind of makes it pop as well. And it's not so white because I tend to go a little grungy when it comes to my journals. And then I just I take a little piece of this, like just a couple little pieces, and it's already sticky on the back. And then you can use them this way or this way. It's up to you. But I think I'm going to go it this way like that. Let's cut the edge here. Sorry, I'm focused. I'm concentrating. Gotta be quiet. And then it just gives it a little something. It just gives it texture, and I just love it. I really do. And then we'll just put just like that. Super simple, and it really looks cool. And then on the back, I'm just gonna leave it like that. So the first one we'll keep it simple. And there you go. We've got one made. Now I'm gonna check my time on the camera. So sorry if I move it. See, we're already at 20 minutes. So let's see if I can make another one real quick. Okay, so here's your envelope. We're just going to keep it simple. Yeah, right. Simple as that. I want to use another one of her papers. Here, let's make these ones are also in the kit. They're kind of like some eco dye and some lovely fern across. So let's do that. You can use whatever you want. You can collage these whichever way you want as well. It's up to you. They're just fun to have. And just like that, I'm going to be out of glue, right? Because I'm doing a pop and I don't want to run out of time. So, like that. And then we're going to glue the edges. Trim. You could go this way as well. If you wanted to, and then I'm almost out of glue. So you just, sorry if I wasn't in camera there. Then you just bring it over. Sorry about my awful fingers. I was gardening just before this. And then got a garden in, and yeah. So my nails are kind of, and then with the inking as well, doesn't help. So just ignore that. So then I just go like that. And then there you go. Make my little edge. Ink all the way around. Okay, so there's the other little pocket. Now what did I do? Oh, there it is. Now for time, I'm going to use, sorry, I'm thinking, I don't want it right in, I don't want to lose this guy, right? So, just going to, oh goodness, I'm out of glue. So we're just going to kind of, so I kind of want to keep that, I was going to say butterfly, the dragonfly in the middle, like that. And then we're going to flip it like so. This guy is out. So I'm just going to use my Fabri-Tac for this real quick. This one I will probably sew anyways. Sorry, that was a little loud, wasn't it? And then we're just going to go like that. Oh, I guess I should put a little bit more on the edge of this one. And like that. And there we go. This one I will probably sew anyways, so see how I sewed this one? And there's that little tape, and I use the Dragon Days, and then there's a circle punch. She's got a whole page of different this guy cut up too, we could possibly use like different labels and stuff. So I think I might do that again because I really like how that turned out on the back. Because it's not thick enough, because it's just regular regular cardstock, or not cardstock, regular paper. It's my punch doesn't like it, so I just put a layer of cardstock underneath. And I want the blue Dragonfly. Little pieces everywhere. I might use this guy, I'm not sure yet, but I will definitely ink around this guy. And then on the back, just a little bit, this one. Okay, where did I put it? Oh, there it is. It's like this piece. Just going to kind of do the same thing I'm thinking. Ink the edges. Just like that. Put it on this side over here. Like this. And for more texture, I'm going to add another piece of this guy. Just over here, I'm thinking. And then put this little guy over here somewhere, I'm thinking. Maybe over here, or maybe even up here. And then I'm going to put this little guy over here. And there we go. The edges like that. There's so many ways you could make this as well. Now there is a lot of wonderful fussy cutting ones too on pages. See if I can find the bigger one. What I did was I printed them two to one paper, piece of paper. They wouldn't be, see, this is the sheet, but I didn't need them this big, so what I did was I printed 2 to 1 page so that they were like smaller like this. And then you can fussy cut them. Where did that big guy go? So then I was thinking what we could do is possibly have this guy over here, I'm thinking. I kind of like a partial, so it's not all on the paper. Kind of like, oops. Try not to rip it. Oh, my husband. Josh, he's home. He's in the house. I didn't tell him. Oh, I lost his leg. Oh no. Where did it go? Over here. All right, like that. I don't know how I'm going to glue that. I might just leave it. Okay, and then maybe we can go. Got this guy like that. Probably going past 30 minutes. Kind of like, let's put it like, but then we're gonna lose. Let's see if I can put that little, pop that little leg back on. Oh my goodness, that's way too much glue, of course. We're gonna put glue everywhere, you guys. Sorry. Just try to pop this little leg back up, back on. And of course, because my I'm out of there you go. That works, right? There. And then we're gonna take a little piece of that tape again for the texture because it's awesome. We're going to, sorry about the noise, you guys. Josh just came in from outside. I didn't tell him that I was doing a video, so sorry if that's loud. And then we're going to put Dragonfly like that. Cut you down, and then I was debating if I should put it on this side. Oh, I don't mind it actually. There. Almost looks like it's coming off the peach, like it's gonna try to fly away. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is, where is it? Put some, sorry. Oh my gosh, I completely hit that, didn't I? I'm so sorry. Put a little bit of script. Like that. And then, where is my stencil? Did you guys see it? Are you screaming it at me? I lost my stencil. Well, anyways, I would probably add a little bit of stenciling on here if I knew where it was. But, you know, I cannot see it. I got stuff everywhere. I just had it too. This is ridiculous. Oh my gosh, guys, sorry. Anyways, you get the idea. I would probably stencil it. And then let's put a little bit of silk, maybe in purple or blue, or even this red would be pretty too, I think. See what I got over here. Maybe this color over here. It's kind of dark and beautiful. And then, sorry, silk is quite wide, so I'm going to cut it in half like that and then fray it. Some of those frays off. And then I will just this guy. And because I'm not going to sew these, I'm just going to staple that like that. And that's it, you guys. So there you go. There's another one. So I will pop this one, I believe, in this guy like that. And look how beautiful that blue looks as well on that one. So there you go. So we got these two, and these could easily work together as well. And then these two that we did today. So I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you try it out. And there we go. There's two, and then there's two of those guys. And I hope that you have a great day, great evening, wherever you are. And go check out everybody else's. Hope you have a great evening. Bye for now.